Hey, my name is Chip Franks, and I'm the owner and broker of the real estate marketplace here in Harker Heights, Texas. And this video, it's about the 3 things that you must know when buying a home in the Central Texas area. They're actually probably any area, but we're going to talk about the Central Texas area here. Now, obviously, we have a real estate company, and we would love you to use our services. However, this video is for you regardless of that, and if you decide to use someone else, that's fantastic, but these are things that you absolutely must know, and honestly, I think they can make a very big difference in your life if you do know these before you go about making a purchase in the Central Texas area. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. The 3 things you must know. Number 1, as long as you can, I don't know if you can read this, but it is make certain that the home purchase is best for you. And one of the things that I see as a real estate broker is that a lot of folks purchase houses when they don't necessarily need to. Now, if they come with us, we're going to tell them, hey, this might not be the best idea for you. You might consider renting, which seems counterintuitive because we get paid when people purchase homes, but it comes back to bless you anyways. And in this case, you want to make certain it's right for you. And the best way to tell that is that you're going to own the home for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. And the reason why is because when you purchase the home, it's going to be easy for you in our area, or it should be. And we'll get to that a little bit later here. But there's a good chance that you literally won't pay anything to get into a house, like no down payments, the seller pays all of your closing costs, that type of thing. And it's great when you're a buyer, but when you're a seller, you actually have to pay the buyer's closing costs. You don't have to, but in our area, it's the norm. So when you sell a house, it can get very expensive. And in fact, I count on about 12% of the purchase price of a home to be able to sell it. So if you sold a house for $100,000, you'd only net $88,000. If you sold a house for $200,000, it would literally cost you $16,000 to sell a home. And that's to pay for the broker's fee, the seller's closing cost, and the buyer's closing cost. So to counteract that, you need to own the home long enough for it to gain in value enough for you to be able to sell without losing your shirt. And that's why we say at least 3 to 5 years. And if you're kind of curious about that or wondering, is it right or is it wrong, ask a very competent professional, which we'll get into here very shortly. But it's also making sure that it's right for you. One of the next things, and actually we'll get into this, number 2, get the right lender for the home. And also making sure that the home is right for you and it's best for you to purchase a home is making sure that you can actually afford it, that you're qualified for it, and that they give you a very good idea of what's needed to get the home purchased. And usually they go off of credit history and they go off of your debt to income ratio. And if you can't get a home for any reason, a very good lender should tell you, not now, but this is exactly what you can do to get to where you need to be. And a good lender is going to do that for you. And of course, we have a recommended lender here, and I happen to be married to her, so I'm very biased, but she's going to let you know this is what you need to do to get to where you need to be, and these are the things that you need to work on. And by the way, she has excellent rates. And getting the right lender, that's one of the things that you need to look for, is to make sure that they have good rates for you. And especially in our area, there's a good chance that you can purchase a home VA if you're military. And VA rates are VA rates. And as long as you qualify, then each loan is going to be the same. So just make sure you get a good rate with that. And again, Laura Franks at Fairway Mortgage is our preferred lender, at least my preferred lender. But just as long as you do your homework and compare them, then that's a pretty big deal. Now the third one, and again, we're biased in this, but this might be the most important, because if you get number 3 right, then we're going to make sure that number 2 and number 1 are correct for you. And number 3 is get the right realtor for your home. And if you get the right realtor, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to make sure that you see every single property that you should be seeing. And this is something that drives me nuts as a real estate broker, are agents that will go out and only show their own listings and say, hey, what do you think about these houses? Or if they're like house hunters on HGTV and they say, what do you think about these 3 homes that I'm showing you? When in reality, you should be seeing and comparing dozens and dozens of homes. Now, one of the best ways that you can make sure you're getting the best home for the best price at the best terms is being able to compare a whole bunch of homes. And as long as you have the right realtor, they're going to make sure that you do that, because the right realtor will look out for your best interest on this. And just what I was saying earlier, they will also look and make sure that it's best for you to get a home. So if you're only going to be in the Fort Hood area for 2 years, maybe it's best that you rent. And that's something that the right realtor will tell you right out of the gate. And they'll also help you with the right lender and make sure you're with a good set of people, because I know specifically that there are some companies that take much longer to close, that require money up front, and have higher rates, and people will automatically and blindly accept that rather than searching for the right lender. And if you have the right realtor, we're going to help you with that and help point you in the right direction. Obviously, it's your choice of who you pick, and if it's the right realtor, they're going to tell you that, but we're going to make sure you don't make those other mistakes. So again, make certain it's right for you, get the right lender, and maybe most importantly, get the right realtor. I hope this has been beneficial for you and you got a lot out of this. Feel free to comment on this, or just reply on an email and let us know how we're doing. But again, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.